Unless it's a scam,
can't lose.
but they can't handle rejection.
How did you learn to leverage that, bro?
A lot of the people that might see this right now, you will make your money back 10 times more.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's video, we're going to be discussing Brother Lawan's journey in high ticket sales, the lessons that he's learned, the gems that he's come across, the wins that he's experienced, and most importantly, where he is right now, where he's looking to go. So guys, stay tuned to the very end so that you guys can take on as many lessons as possible, learning from his story, inshallah. Lawan, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
How are you, bro?
Alhamdulillah, pleasure to be here, man.
We started off our journey in Portugal, it was, right?
Yep.
Tell us a bit more about that. How did we, link up? What happened there?
I saw a pretty exciting trip that you guys hosted to Portugal. Never met you before, knew a little bit about you, saw your social presence, not like a lot. That trip alone, from the first time meeting you and the other mentors as well, really helped to shape me and help me with the next couple of 6 months. I think that was 6 months ago. Wallahi, life-changing, meeting a lot of good brothers, being on the same thing. There's a lot of great things you can do within 3 to 4 days with the right people.
What were some key lessons that you've taken that you didn't necessarily know before that trip that you started to implement right away from that trip?
First and foremost, leadership. Being a leader to the people you need to lead, but then also being a follower to the people you need to follow. So for example, I'm a follower of you, you're the leader of the company, but then I have some people that are kind of following me as well, and that's a big hack, that's a big ni'mah, that's a big thing I have to make sure that I give it my all.
Yeah, 100%. Love that, bro. Absolutely. And alhamdulillah, we stayed in touch after that retreat, right? But you were already in high ticket sales, bro. How long were you in high ticket sales before we pretty much met up?
So I think we met 6 months ago. So for the day now, I think I got started around a little bit less than 1.5 years ago. I tried a little bit of marketing agency before that. I got 2 clients. I've quickly figured out that I don't have the skill set necessary. And I just put the ego to the side. I don't have the skill set to run a company and run people at that current moment. And the thing that kind of catered to me the most was being a sales professional. So when I actually got into it, I just started falling in love with the process. The first offer I got on wasn't necessarily the best. Got my foot in the door. It was a Danish offer, like selling networking events for like maybe 300-400 euros, something like that. Made a couple of sales the first month. And then I got the opportunity to work with an Airbnb coaching company in America. And I was one of the only ones in Europe. So one, I was working a different time zone. And second, that, I was obviously not an American. I'm not a...
You haven't got the American accent, dude.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I had to work on that. That was like one of my, at that point, de-leverages. But I learned how to actually leverage that and utilize that.
How did you learn to leverage that, bro? Like, what happened there?
Well, I would say on that offer specifically, they had some good mentors. They had some good people behind the offer. They had good team members, leaders. And one of the guys just told me, man, you just have to own it. I started owning it. I had fun with it and made some jokes about my accent and stuff like that. And from there, I actually went a lot better. But going through those things in sales, I'm sure you understand as well. Like, you build the resiliency and you learn how to take no's and rejections a lot. A lot of the people that might see this right now, they want to start businesses. They want to do great things, but they can't handle rejections. Me being in sales, I know that has set me so much up for being successful in business whenever I do want to go start my own business.
Definitely have the foundations in place. So one day things will, work in that favor, inshallah. But let's talk about, I gave you a phone call when I first launched the Rizq Rise. I called you and then I called your brother. And I was just pretty much saying, guys, you guys are already in high ticket sales. We're launching a high ticket sales company that trains Muslims and coaches Muslims how to become the best version of themselves when it comes to high ticket sales, make a ton of money. But most importantly, even have the community aspect. But why did you just jump straight in? Because I remember calling you like 10 minutes later, you're like, plug me in, let's go.
I'm sales, so obviously I'm good at understanding people and stuff like that. If I want to buy anything, when I buy it with confidence. I know it's going to help me out. You can smell a faker, right? I thought, let me give it a try. I always see it from this perspective. Even if I were to spend $3,000, wallahi, this is how I think. These $3,000 is not from me, it's from Allah. If I do it for the sake of Allah, if I invest in myself to get better, and I really give it my all, there's no way, unless it's a scam. You cannot lose. You will get better. You will make your money back 10 times more.
100%.
The saying I hate is when someone says, I'll buy a course for 500 and my goal is just to make my money back. That's stupid, bro. You should aim to make thousands back.
That's like someone said, I want to start a business just to break even.
Exactly. It's stupid. So from there, it's just been a very fruitful journey. Met a lot of good people. We have a lot of nice students. We take pride in the students we take in. We want to make sure that they're ready and they're committed. And the way we sell is similar to some people and unsimilar to other people. It's not this push pushy tactic. It's not like sales tactics, this and that, say this and it will trick them or whatever. No, it's more so really understanding the person you're speaking with and seeing if you can help. It's your duty to make sure you don't force them into anything.
Right, so look, bro, you started off as a member in our team. What stood out for you with the program? Like, why did you feel like this program made a difference? From your own words, tell me, like, what were things that stood out for you in regards to quality or value?
I see the dynamic between you and Marwan.
You mean you?
Yeah.
Oh, me and Marwan, okay. It's a little bit late, guys. It's like midnight here in Morocco. And Lawan's traveling tomorrow, actually,
Yeah, so I think the dynamic between who you are and who he is, and the care that you guys bring into your students, and the way you go above and beyond for your students as well. So I would say the care and the dynamic between you have these things you're very good at, but you're still very good at other stuff as well. But these are your key points. Let's say leadership, helping them be a better version of themselves so they can take that into the calls as well, and you being very, very skilled in terms of high ticket sales as well, done it for a long time, and the way he sells I really resonate with as well.
Absolutely, love that, bro. Look, you came in as a member, then we started to see like you were a lot more serious when it came to the program. In fact, you're taking a lot of leadership, man. You were stepping into calls and you were like, where can I help, where can I do this, and I see a lot of leadership from you. Why did you trigger that? Like, what happened for you to start taking leadership and start like getting things done for the team and being a team player, really?
If I'm gonna be honest, selfishly, it's just gonna position me better. That's it. I mean, it's gonna position me better.
Good answer.
I could say anything, you know.
That's look, we want to be genuine with this. That's a great answer because you got to see it from a lens of personal gain.
Yeah.
People don't see it like that, bro. People actually see it in a way where it's like, oh, why would I help this or that when I don't need to?
Yeah.
But you see it in a sense where it's like, let me do this because I will grow. And you didn't even know that, you know, you were going to grow into, you know, a strong leader in the team. You just did it out of, let me grow, right? That was the reasoning. Shortly after, bro, obviously seeing you implementing a lot of support for the team started they were drawn towards you, right? They'd always come to you, Lawan, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? And you always gave time to them, which is something that I really appreciated. There was a lot of care there for the team.
Sure.
And at the time, we helped you land an offer. That was the first offer that we helped you land, which is the offer that's in Dubai. You were selling a 7K package, I believe, right?
Yeah, 7 to 10, yeah.
How much was the company making a month, roughly?
6 figures.
6 figures a month.
A little bit more sometimes.
So you landed quite a strong offer with us, alhamdulillah. Sure. And I remember the days where you were closing, and I'd get feedback from the guys that ran the offer, and they were like, Lawan's a killer.
Yep.
Really appreciating him in the team. He's supporting in many different ways. They see leadership in you because you were implementing different things in different areas. For alhamdulillah, that gave me and Ayub a big confidence in looking at you thinking, Lawan definitely is going in a direction that we like, that we see aligning with where we want to go. But from your own words, bro, where do you feel like Rizq Rise is going for the public? Like, what solution are we bringing to the marketplace?
So I would say we are here to empower the Muslims to build the skill sets needed for them to live their best life and get the most out of their life, but also their akhirah. So making sure they have careers and they have skill sets that always can pay them from the fadl of Allah. So that's why I see it, and that's such a big ni'mah, because you can start a business. Now you build the skill set to build a business, you can lose the business, but you know you have confidence in doing it again. The same with sales. If you weren't lucky, if you actually went through it and you build it and you made the money, you know you can always go out there and do it. So for us doing that, that's amazing.
100%, bro. You brought an idea to mind. You know, I've been on many charity deployments, and I got to see the real world, bro, and how people are living and how. I mean, we were here in Morocco for a week, and you got to see some of the conditions of the people here. Subhanallah, like they're in dire need. There's nothing more rewarding you can give a man than to give him a skill where he can have dignity to look after his family. Because a man, it hurts a lot more for him to be in a situation where he's the hand that's asking instead of the hand that's giving. It's very difficult for a man because we have dignity, we have honor between our families, right? For our families. You know, there's a saying, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Where we're going with Rizq Rise is we're teaching people how to teach how to fish.
Exactly.
That's how you build a community. That's how you feed a community, right? And we're seeing this with Rizq Rise. I mean, how many guys, daily wins, knocking off deals every single day. I mean, your brother Alan,
Yep.
Lawan, like even today, this morning, closed a full payment deal for 4K, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's closing these deals consistently, and he's a much better version of himself. If Rizq Rise, to some people, they think it's just a place where you can just learn how to make money. What do you think of that?
No, it's a self-development course with a pay stub attached to it. That's what sales is. What is Rizq Rise? Well, it's a community. We teach you how to make money, skill set to make the money, and also what you should do with the money and become better versions of yourself. That's why we speak a lot about mindset, internally, how you are, how you behave, what kind of responsibilities do you have. If you don't have any responsibilities and you're 18, you will be the first guy to tell him, you need to start taking care of other people, because that will make you have more responsibility.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, bro. Well, look, I want to dive in a little bit deeper into your actual sales experience, and I want to kind of see where you're at. How much money have you made, bro? Well, not how much money have you made. In sales, we look at how much have you closed, right? How much cash collected have you closed during your season in high ticket sales?
For sure. I think now we're up above 700,000.
700K?
Yeah.
In a year and a half?
Yeah.
Allahumma barik, bro.
And then 8 to 10% commission on that.
Allahumma barik, bro. Do you know what it is, bro? Something people need to understand is it's not just about the money. It's about how you make the money. It's
100%.
about the lifestyle revolved around the life. You could have been the guy, like a lot of people, that goes to a 9 to 5, that dreads his day, because let's be real, 95% of the guys dread their day. They're up at 7 a.m., they're home at 7 p.m., they don't have time for the kids, they don't have time for their wife or parents, whoever you're living with. If you want to go to the gym, you gotta either hit at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., or you gotta hit real late. And it's very difficult to study your deen because you're on a tight schedule.
Yep.
If you want to do something else, it's very tight. The freedom of being able to be flexible with not just your time, but your location, because you were in Bahrain for a while,
Yep.
How did that play an impact on you?
That changed me totally as a person. Okay, when I actually moved, I'm gonna be honest, my income started going down a little bit. So when I went from a good income, a decent income, I went down a little bit. It was hard for me to manage, and that was something I spoke with you at some point as well, where I got some mental frames in terms of how to actually switch that, because I got a little bit too comfortable at that point actually.
Yeah.
So, but just moving to Bahrain for myself, the reason why I did it, whenever I started the business, I always said to myself, in the future, I want to live in a Muslim country. So this gave me an experience for a whole year to live in a Muslim country, be around the Muslims, and it was a total game changer. Not just that, from the fadl of Allah, through sales, I think I've traveled to like 10 places the year alone while living in Bahrain, because I had to go different places. I have family in Iraq and stuff like that. But I just bring my laptop and I take close calls. Also, just being here, seeing different parts of the world is such a big blessing. It's such a big blessing, and you see people poor. You don't see poor people in Denmark. So you think everyone is good and you should just be comfortable and you should take a job and you should
look after yourself, that's it.
Yeah, and it's all me.
Yeah.
Here you see poor kids on the streets and
they're hustling, bro. They're trying to sell you tissue, they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to work, yeah.
Exactly. And I think in the West we have it so comfortable that we buy into all these media and this stuff, or not just media, but just the programming of comfortability, like just being comfortable and not really doing anything amazing or great.
My brother Abdullah calls that the zombie life. After 5 p.m, switch off, the zombie life comes on, where you just become a robot to your phone, to your Netflix, to whatever it is, right? But I want to dive in a little bit to performing hijrah, because that's what a lot of people watching this are like. I want to go to the Muslim lands, I want to live amongst the Muslims, I want to be in a place where I'm comfortable, I want to go to mosque more often. Performing hijrah, being able to be completely remote, make the money that you're trying to make, while having the balance of being, in control of your time, knowing when to, when you go to work, and when you clock off. How was that balance for you? Was it something that empowered you at all, or?
Of course, yeah. I mean, listen, I could take breaks throughout the day whenever I wanted to. Sometimes I would take a call at 8 p.m, which I don't mind, because it doesn't always feel like work. You're just speaking with someone and having a nice conversation, right?
Yeah.
Now, if someone would call me and it's like, I have some work now. It's like, you're working at 8 p.m? It's like, yeah, it's odd, yeah. But I took off like 2 hours in the midday, went to the gym, got this and that. So there is a little bit of a difference, but it's pretty easy to balance for that sake.
Yeah.
For me, I would say if you do want to make hijrah, it's important to have a good base, have some money, obviously, tie your camel. Make sure you can make some money on a monthly basis. Now, when you're confident in your skill set as a salesperson, you can always make money. You can go out there and make money. Like, you're just that guy. You can find a company and work for them and sell. Even if it's a bad company, you could at least make enough to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
And I've been there and I've seen it. I've been with very great companies. I've been with less good companies, and I've been in the middle as well. So I understand how that game is.
Give me some challenges that you faced on this journey, like some mental challenges. It might just be something where you're dealing through a difficult time. Give me some of those scenarios. Like how did you work with that?
I mean, there's two main things. I would say one of the things that has been holding me back a lot and maybe had me lost a lot of money. Also, a lot of other salespeople, I see this over and over again, not just salespeople, people trying to start a new business and so forth, is they don't do it for a long enough time and they don't focus on it for a long enough time. Meaning that they get distracted too quick. Distracted with different offers, new things, shiny syndrome,
shiny object syndrome.
Exactly. New business model, this and that, instead of just focusing on one thing and like giving your full focus and effort. And if you come from a background where you haven't tried to start a business or anything like that, there's a high likely chance that you probably don't have any great skill sets that's very valuable to the market. So instead of trying, you could try one business, let's say a marketing agency, you still need to learn a lot of different skill sets. But if you focus on one skill set, get very good at that, like sales, that will be transferable into anything else you want to do. But it also is going to give you a good understanding of the different skill sets you need to learn. And then it develops you a lot as well. Okay. So I would say getting distracted too much, like with different things. So there was a couple of months ago, I made a point, I'm not going to get distracted. I don't care who speaks with me, even if it's freaking Bill Gates. I'm not going to do Microsoft with him. I'm focusing on sales. Why? Because I have my personal reason why.
So you found your why. You found your why, 100%. Lawan, where are you currently at right now? Where's your career at? Where's your mind space at? Give us an insight on that.
Well, I feel good, man. I feel very good for the last couple of months, especially being around you guys, being with good companies and so forth, moving up in the space. As you always say, time either promote you or expose you. And there's a lot of fakers in this space, not just in sales or whatever, but there's in the coaching space and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But there's a lot of great companies as well. And there's a lot of great people behind it as well. And you see it, the people that are great, they always stay true for periods over the time. But these shortcuts here and there and these kind of fakers, they always come for a little bit and then they will be washed out.
And you are coaching at the moment as well. You're not just selling and closing, right?
That's a very big blessing as well.
What's that experience been like for you to step into like a coaching zone where you're working with a lot of individuals, you're helping them through their process? What's that been like for you, bro?
Wallahi, man, it's been a very big blessing. It moves me, it gives me more purpose and responsibility. And one thing I love is seeing someone who actually does the thing that she says and improves, makes more money, lands a deal or whatever based on the feedback they got.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
So just seeing those things is a big blessing, man.
When you're in coaching, bro, the best thing you can do for your coach is actually apply the information he gave you, get the result that's going to help you so that he can realize that you're coachable enough to do the work. And it's a big ni'mah for sure. Habibi, has high ticket sales or Rizq Rise specifically, do you feel like Rizq Rise has helped you at all with your deen, with your relationship with the brothers at all, or how has that been like?
For sure, man, for sure, of course. Islam is also about community. Like we want to make sure we have the right people in front of us. Your religion of the friends that you hang around. So yeah, of course, man. I don't know how to explain it, but of course. I mean, of course. And then combining that with doing something like sales to excellency, like the purpose of, or the pursuit of doing it to excellence. I believe that's something Allah loves, right?
Ahsan, of course, He loves Ahsan, excellence.
When you do something for excellence, right?
SubhanAllah.
So yeah, 100%. And
just to wrap up, Lawan, like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I know we speak about 90 days and 6 months. What's one thing that you're like very ambitious about when it comes to sales that you really set for yourself out there?
Bro, being the best salesperson. Being the best salesperson that you see out there that has a big organization under him and that has the proof as well, right? So that's where I see myself, and then being a very big leader. Married, inshallah. Inshallah, having kids as well. And just being, influential.
Inshallah, for sure, bro. Well, look, listen, it was a pleasure having you on the session today. Anything that you think somebody out there that's brand new, you could give him a shout out right now and let him know that, look, these are 3 things that I would really focus on getting into this space. What would those 3 things be?
In this space specifically?
Yes, high ticket sales.
Okay, so first and foremost, guys, yes, we are coaching, like they have a coaching company, Rizq Rise, but literally find a mentor. Like whatever you do, find a mentor. And make sure it's a good mentor, someone you resonate with that has proof and all that kind of stuff. Okay? So I would say find a mentor, put in the work, like stay committed, understand why you're doing this, and understand what you do not want so you can pursue this, right? You do not want the 9 to 5 or whatever. Understand that to a deep level. So understand your why you're doing it. And the last point, like just follow, like enjoy the process. I know a lot of people speak about this. Enjoy the process, embrace the challenges, because whatever you get into, there's going to be challenges. You decide which field you want to find your challenges, right? So enjoy the process. I know a lot of people speak about enjoy the process, not the results. Enjoy the process. And then when you get the results, that's just the outcome that came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for you following the process. So follow the process.
100%, barakallahu feek, bro. But look, guys, if you feel like this session has really resonated with you, you're curious, you want to learn more about high-ticket sales, making a hell income online, becoming a leader in your life, or maybe you're already a business owner that really wants to sharpen his skills. Maybe you're someone that was already in high-ticket sales like Lawan was for a year before he actually plugged into Rizq Rise and became part of our community and really upskilled massively with our platform as well. If that's you, then I want you guys to click the link below in the caption, book a call with myself and the team. Maybe Lawan will be on that call as well. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the Rizq Rise community, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.